30 for 30 when I shoot. 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 Man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be reacting to Drakeo's killer finally exposed. I know they've been talking about this for a minute trying to figure it out. It was 80 motherfuckers in the spot, but they don't know who did it. Well, they know who did it, but we don't know who did it. So let's see what they talking about.
Folks, the mystery around who murdered a legendary LA rapper Drakeo the Ruler might have finally been solved. And look, it's not me solving it this time. They're saying that the guy, Poetic Flacco from No Jumper, might have actually...
This nigga said it's not me solving it. You ain't never solved nothing. Like, what's wrong with these niggas? Like, you never solved nothing. It's not me solving it this time. These niggas be thirsty to get a nigga arrested. That shit crazy.
Solve the murder of Drakeo the Ruler. He is teasing that he is about to expose the people responsible, and it has caused a civil war over at the No Jumper podcast studio. Now, this is what's been going around, okay? Flacco would basically announce on his Instagram that he knows, all right? He said that he knows what's going on. He said there's an arrest coming very soon in a famous LA rapper's death. My video dropping once I get the green light to name the #1 suspect. The only reason the arrest hasn't happened yet is because they're building a conspiracy and don't want another famous rapper to flee. I don't want to interfere if the LAPD drag their feet. Another month, I'm dropping the content. Now, this was pretty insane, okay?
Nigga Flacco thirsty to get a nigga. Like, how do you know? Like, how do these niggas know? Like, are y'all working with the people? Like, how do y'all know the suspects and nobody else know the suspect? Y'all gotta be working with the people. Like, shit don't make no sense.
There's been a lot of rumors going around on Reddit as to exactly who might have been involved. And there's been a few theories that have been going around, but Flacco hasn't quite pointed the finger at anyone in particular. But this has led to a massive drama on No Jumper. And Munchie B, who is allegedly, you know what I'm saying, he'd be wearing the red bandana. He might have some connections to some of the people that were involved in what went on. He's very, very upset. Okay, so this has been going around No Jumper. They've been talking about this rumor here.
As soon as I seen it, I called him. I talked to him about it. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna say too much because this don't got nothing to do with me. But what I will say is, you feel me? Everything that he was saying, somebody's going down.
Damn.
Somebody's going down. For sure, for sure. He's getting off the streets. I'm going to tell you this right now. He's talking to police. He know everything that happened. He know what's went on. He know the rumors. He know the facts. He know everything of what happened. And this is just me being an LA native and me having my ear to the streets.
Why does Flacco need to tell the police? Let the police do their job. Why do you niggas want to do the job for the police for them? That shit makes no sense. He know, and y'all niggas just happy about that shit. Like, the shit is weird. Look at Adam. He's just like, nigga, we all know, nigga, I'm from New York and I know the rumor of what really happened. But y'all niggas is thirsty for, let the people solve it. The people as in the police, nigga, not y'all.
It's like he's there. You know what happened. And somebody's going down. I'm going to just tell y'all that. For sure, for sure. But I don't think, I told him he shouldn't do it.
I mean, I wouldn't do it either. Like, I feel like this kind of thing, more than anything, is what's going to make it really hard for him to move around in LA. And I know he's like not really in LA anymore, but I mean, what the play he's doing here basically is kind of like the Whack and 600 thing, where like they knew that Big U was getting investigated before everybody else did. So they ran mad content about it, which I guess, all right, fair enough. Like, if you figured out that Big U is being investigated, you could talk about it. But like, if you're really like predicting that somebody's going to get arrested, I mean, like they're basically going to treat you like you're the one making it happen, even if that's totally not true.
Yeah, you kind of are the one making it happen, though, from this.
Basically, and what from
they're not. The streets know what the streets know, but it has to be proven. Like, that's it. They have to prove it. Everybody in the streets know what's going on. It's not hard to tell. But let them motherfuckers prove it. Why do you have to prove it? Let them prove it.
What he told me is the police already know who did it, but they just basically don't want nobody else to they want it to be concrete so nobody runs away and all this type of stuff. That's what he told me.
So Flacco has apparently been presenting it, and he's been saying that, look, he needs to get things, straight, and he wants to put it out there. He doesn't want to expose this before the police do. I think that's a very interesting way of looking at it. But unfortunately, this has caused a lot of drama and a lot of back and forth on Reddit. And people are saying that Munchie B, some people are saying that he maybe might have sparked this by, making a few comments on Clubhouse that had a few people surprised, let's say. So this went down a few days ago. Munchie B, who obviously is from the Inglewood family, he reps the Inglewood families, you know what I'm saying, the guys that wear red, and there was definitely no love lost between Draco's crew, the Stink team, and the Inglewood family, especially with unfortunately a good friend of Munchie B's, Red Bull, losing his life, and Draco being on trial for that, one of Draco's friends actually going down for that murder. And this was an explosive Clubhouse back and forth where Munchie B actually basically said that he passes bottles back and forth to the guy that killed Draco, and he knows who it is, and that they're cool and they're good, and that there's really there's no more conversation about what happened. Listen to this.
So listen. The nigga Draco was all on Adam shit, right? Talking about this nigga and all that.
Man,
right?
Draco is dead, bro. What are we talking about? Don't make me disrespectful.
Hold on, homie.
Hey, bro, look. Hold on. You know Draco shit used to be on the table and ain't there no more, right?
Boy, fuck is you
Hold
talking
on.
about?
You know Draco shit was on the table and ain't there no more, right?
Me doing hey, dude.
Hold on. You do know I did. I said fuck Draco and his brother worked there on Friday. You know on there every Tuesday, right?
He choose.
Shut your dumb ass up, bro. You sound, hey, bro. Hey, Draco is dead, bro. Hey, bro.
That's weird.
Bro, the nigga that killed Draco, I passed the bottle back and forth to him all the time. What are we talking about?
Crazy.
Shut the fuck up, bro. You sound dumb. Hey, bro, stop bringing up on. Stop talking about LA shit you don't know nothing about.
So he said the dude that killed Draco, I passed the bottle back and forth to him all the time. Now this is pretty crazy. That he would want to say that. Okay, people are saying, in a weird way, he has some form of respect/hatred thing for Draco, because he's never dissed Ralphie by name once, who's Draco's brother. He said he hates him so much he keeps calling him Draco's brother. He said if something would have happened to Munchie, the Stink team would have popped it on the rest of their albums. People saying, I don't know why Ralphie ain't been press play, but people saying that silence after he said he'd be passing the bottle with the killer.
Niggas know that these two groups got beef. The nigga Draco did the Inglewood shit before he passed away. Like, niggas already know, bro. Like, it's not a surprise that he's passing the bottle to the nigga that did it. Like he said, nigga, like, the fuck, nigga, they from the same hood. Like, it is what it is. If that's the case, I don't know. Going off what these niggas saying.
He'd get silent. And bro wasn't lying, the homie alive and well, and he's not even from the set. Okay, that's what they're saying. Now, there's a lot of very interesting comments that are going around about this situation. So once that kind of hit Reddit, that's what led to this. People are saying all that dry snitching from Munchie B going to get Draco's killer locked up. So people are saying that really it was, some people believe that Munchie saying that triggered Poetic Flacco to look into the situation more and post this. And then, I personally don't feel like you can blame Munchie or you can blame Flacco. At the end of the day,
you can't blame Munchie. Didn't say nothing. He said he's sharing whatever. He ain't say the nigga name. Flacco's threatening to give the police all the evidence that they need. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It ain't Flacco for. Flacco got to mind his business.
This is a high-profile murder that happened at a festival in Los Angeles, and the police have been trying to solve this for several years now. So it wouldn't surprise me, okay? But people saying Whack 100 letting Flacco know all the info. People saying it reads like Whack told him exactly what to post. They're saying Whack, Flacco, Trap LaRosse, 1090 Jaleese all got a rat group chat. They sharing everything. That's cap. That's not actually true. I wish it was, but it's not actually true. And I'm really just trying to catch up with.
He wish it was. This shit is insane.
All this just as much as you guys. Now, I sent LAPD handling business. Okay. They're saying Whack manages Flacco, Jaleese, 607 Unk, and 600. He's mastered what the popular media publications do as far as social engineering and propagating propaganda. People saying YG is about to do life. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the other rumors that are going around regarding this, and some of basically, some of the rumors about what's actually going on behind the scenes. I'll just keep it real with you guys. I will let you know what's going on. So I've got a few links here that are quite interesting relating to this. I'm not saying that anything of what I'm about to show you is absolutely 100% confirmed true. Flacco has kind of blown this story up on another level, but I'm going to show you a few links from the fallout from this. So, like, first off, people are saying, look, this is the clip that I already showed you where suspect from No Jumper was kind of talking about what Flacco knows, and people saying someone in the comments section knows something. Wouldn't be shocked. Munchie's looking like Brick Baby when the Lil Durk indictment came down and nothing's even happened yet. Now, this is a comment that says Munchie's looking real uncomfortable, and then
I don't really know what Munchie been saying because I don't really tune into they little podcast situation they got going on. But nah, I was tuning in to Brick. Brick Baby was talking crazy. He was saying too much. He was talking too much. That nigga was. He was literally talking too much about that shit on No Jumper. So I don't know really what Munchie said. That one comment from Clubhouse wasn't nothing crazy. They trying to put it on Munchie. Like, I need to hear a little bit more context if Munchie was saying shit, because that's not doing it for me.
the comments it says his homie YG is about to get hit with a Rico. Gloves, the security guard of YG, is going to get charged too for handing out knives. Munchie, his best friend, Baby Dot, will also get charged for being the one who stabbed Drakeo. And last but not least, a couple of guys from Inglewood Families and Black Peace Stones and the Bloodstone Villains will get charged too. Feds are doing a sweep. People saying, how do you know? How do you know it was Baby Dot? People don't know for sure, but these names have been going around on Reddit and in comment sections pretty extensively for days now.
These internet investigators are insane. That's just a random profile. This shit crazy.
It's not really anything new.
Wow.
They're saying, I thought LAPD hated Drakeo because he beat life twice and he is a two-timer. Okay.
Well, that doesn't matter.
Interesting.
That doesn't matter. Somebody got killed at a festival, like with thousands of people. They want to solve that. It doesn't matter who the fuck you was. You could have been Tukey.
I didn't know that. They're saying Wack got jumped at that concert. No one ever talks about that, though. Yeah, that's who Munchie said he kicked while he was down. And then the people edited the clip to make it sound like Munchie said he kicked Drakeo while he was down. I don't know if that's true. It says, damn, that's a cold game. If the security was sliding blades to people, the security might have been in on the plot. They're saying in security in LA be gang members. If you ever get into it with one, they'll tell you where they're from. That is kind of true. That's true. LA security are literally gang members 9 out of 10 times. It do be happening. People saying it was YG's personal security who's been with him forever. They snuck knives into the venue for him. Don't know if that's true. But basically saying someone said what that villain feel like as Drakeo was getting stabbed. The person who killed Drakeo is allegedly from Villain Bloods. YG's whole camp is Bloods. YG's head of security and homie seen on the video jump in the stink team. Gloves is the name apparently of somebody that was there. It says, the thing is, I know Munchie's going to be connected somehow in a text or something. He knows it's all about to be leaked by Flacco, 1090 Jake, Traplaw, Ross. We know the truth. Now, I don't have any inside info. I'm not leaking anything, but I am reacting to what's going on Reddit, and the Reddit is absolutely on fire. Ever since Flacco posted that, it is absolutely crazy. Okay. People saying wasn't the dude who did it from Villains. Now, I'm going to show you some other stuff that's going around. Now, Flacco has been taunting Munchie B pretty extensively. He posted this, said, feeling like Drakeo in 19. Now, he got the AMG, I'm assuming this, the GLE Benz Coupe, because that's what Drakeo the Ruler used to drive in 2019, was a fly car.
This nigga Flacco done fucking moved out of LA. He popping his shit to them niggas. He ain't never planning on going back to that shit.
Oh, man. Drakeo was infamous. Before he had his Rolls Royce Dawn, you can tell I'm a Drakeo fan. Before he had the Rolls Royce Dawn, he had the AMG GLE Benz Coupe. Okay, and so clearly Flacco seems like he's driving a very similar whip. He got the new shape, though. This is definitely a 2025 steering wheel, and he got the Rolex Hulk on. So, you know, Flacco getting money right now. I ain't going to lie. But it said, I ain't from LA or gang related, but you let this dude do too much. The fact he hasn't been slapped or chin checked or anything is crazy. This is a wild, disrespectful post. It says, feeling like Drakeo in 19, not just because he got the Benz, but because he's causing a lot of troubles for the guys that like the red bandanas. Okay, that's what they'll say. It says he's not in California anymore. Big Dog, he's really feeling himself now. All right, I thought he was coming back, man. I thought he was coming back. LA taking L's, letting an outsider talk like he's untouchable. Flexing a C43 is crazy work. I don't know if that's a C43. He Flacco getting money. I don't know what car he's got, but
Flacco getting money.
That's the AMG. That's the AMG steering wheel, right? That's the full blown. He got the AMG pack in there, right? Ain't no getting around it. So everybody been talking about who's going to expose this first. They said King AK-47 was live saying he's about to find out who killed Drakeo and show the proof. He wants to show it before Flacco can expose it. You think he'll figure out? He's been accurate on murder cases like this before. People are saying that Munchie B's about to...
These niggas having a race to see who could expose the killers first. This shit is getting out of fucking hand. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, having a race to see who could expose the killers first. But obviously, it's in the Reddit comments though. Niggas already know. This shit is insane.
Put the green light on Poetic Flacco. They're
fuck?
saying, look at Munchie's live. He's practically spelling it out for the Inglewood families. Why are you so pressed to get on Flacco's ass? It's like you're spelling it out for him. They're saying Munchie doesn't need to. Flacco's done it to himself. People don't think anything's going to happen to Flacco as a result. They're saying Flacco is doing Wax dirty work for him. Wax kind of won the battle with Munchie B. I thought Munchie was smarter than to go on to Clubhouse ranting like that. They're saying Flacco's chilling in a Nebraska mansion, right? Because even if it isn't true, Flacco's popping it from out of state, right? But basically, a lot of people think that this is actually a really, really bad look for the B team, the guys that like wearing red. Now, people are saying, oh, the B team's going down. The feds know the truth. They really like Munchie as a podcaster, but he's making it worse by going live and talking. Like, bro, kick back. All right. You was heartbroken. Mind you, I was heartbroken when Drakeo died. But yeah, people saying I'm a Drakeo fan. I'm more Drakeo fan than a Munchie fan. You know, I was a very big Drakeo fan when it came to the music. I'm a big fan of Munchie when it comes to the...
That was my son. My son Drakeo was definitely an innovator. He just couldn't stay out of the bullshit. He let the bullshit. He did all that time, beat the little Rico shit. Nigga couldn't stay out the bullshit. But that's definitely my son. I was fucking with.
Podcast, man, and I feel like this is just very sad. And they're saying, you want these guys to get away with killing one of the most influential West Coast rappers of all time? Shouldn't it be F the criminals who killed this man? You're defending killers. But they're saying he was dissing the dead. He got back the energy he put out into the world. That is actually, you know, that's a point a lot of people have made. Drakeo was dissing Red Bull from Inglewood families who got killed allegedly by one of his friends. So, you know, Drakeo was definitely deep in the field. He was definitely deep in the gang politics. And that is what was going on, unfortunately. Okay, so look, there's some more stuff about this going around. Now, look, before I show you the rumors about who actually did what, I think what would be best is if I showed you some of Munchie's response, okay? Because in response to this, okay, we basically saw Munchie B doing a live stream and directly attacking Flacco. Now, Munchie kind of brought up a few things that have been associated with Flacco in the past that, you know, there's rumors that Flacco's brother had a serious case. A lot of people have tried to say that it was Flacco, even though kind of, you know, it's been debunked. Munchie did kind of mention that, but he basically was throwing anything he could at Flacco. He was clearly very upset about what had been said. So here's what was said.
All right, go with the first clip. Let's laugh at this. Go ahead.
Something that you should be. Yes, you did. You sat on stage of the show and you said, I got the most bitches. Bro, you can't do this fake confidence thing. It doesn't work. And it's the same thing with you saying you're an Olympic athlete. It's like, if it's clearly a joke, whatever. But when you say it and act like you are serious, it's cringeworthy. The audience gets it. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you saying this?
Isn't that part of like the whole persona though?
But I'm saying,
like,
but sometimes it feels like a real thing. Like he really thinks this.
But like, it's like Kanye right now.
Y'all niggas knew what he was about. Y'all wanted that trolling shit. And then when the nigga was doing it, y'all niggas was frustrated.
With being delusional about whatever it is. Isn't that like why people fuck with him?
But Kanye did it. He became a billionaire. He became, like, granted now he's fucking it up. But like Kanye, if Kanye wants to say, look at all the bitches I've fucked, okay, we get it. We know. You don't get to say that.
No, right? But wait though, but like, we seen a very impactful documentary where Kanye was in Def Jam office telling people, yo.
Look at him changing the subject.
No.
He's trying to hit it.
Oh, okay. You're saying where he believed himself early on.
Right? So Kanye was telling people, yo, I'm the greatest artist ever when he was only making beats, right? So I feel like people like look at me and say, yo, bro, like, why do you have so much confidence in what you do? Bro, like, I truly believe, because again, bro, like, it was only, again, like, I truly believe, bro, that if I put my mind to it, I can be, you know, like one of the, you know, like a top athlete, right?
But that is different than actually doing it. The whole thing, a lot of people have the capacity to be a top athlete. He could probably be, you know, he could be a professional bodybuilder if he wanted to.
So look, Munchie was basically reacting to like old clips of Flacco kind of embarrassing himself on the pod, right? Talking himself up maybe beyond what was necessary at the time in his career. Now, I believe in Flacco. I feel like he's a great broadcaster, great journalist, great YouTuber. But, you know, he was popping his stuff early and a lot of people weren't really buying it. Now, Munchie would basically use that as an attack vector to kind of make fun of Flacco. And
he did that to reel them in. I feel like he does a good job, but as far as like that snitching and just overdoing it, it's crazy. Like, at a certain point, it's like, nigga, you gotta chill.
And to put him down.
This dude had a girlfriend that he spent a lot of money on, thousands. This man's in California. This girl's in like North Dakota or something. say he met her in college. They never had intercourse ever. I said, why? He said, because some type of religious belief. He said she's a virgin and this and this and that. And, you know, he want to go to school to learn how to be a dad or some stupid shit. But he dishing out all this money. And then alarm went off in my head because Valentine's Day came around. I said, damn, bro, you ain't gonna fly your girl out here? It's Valentine's Day. Oh, no. I said, man, this fool was getting played.
So look, he would kind of drag up these old things about Flacco, and he would talk about this thing to do with his brother. I'm not really going to give too much airtime to this. I mean, there's like a whole 10-minute segment here that I'm not going to play the whole thing. But you know, Munchie kind of brought up some of the disrespectful, you know, stuff that's been brought up about Flacco before, and about his brother, and about his family, and case that was involved in there.
What? Oh, we go with family. And y'all, please log in with the super chats. I'm gonna knock them out at the end. But this freaky frog is foul. And Frederick Jolly got the nerve to be worried about what's going on with people's cases, and his brother is a freaky fraud. I want to know what's going on at Thanksgiving. When you call in and you go home, do you embrace your brother? And he's a freaky frog. But, however, all right, let's get it going.
Detective Sector read Jala his rights and asked him if he understood those rights. Detective Sector informed Jala that there was a complaint against him made by SA.
Okay, Paul.
So anyway, all right, Munchie was on the warpath, okay? Let's just put it that way, all right? Munchie was on the warpath. Now, interestingly enough, okay, Flacco has been popping up on the Back on Fig platform, which is basically the direct rivals of No Jumper. You know, they were former hosts of No Jumper. They ended up going their own way. They ended up in a vicious beef with Adam and all of that kind of stuff. And weirdly, and it's kind of surprised me, okay, but you know, there's apparently good business reasons for it. But I was surprised, why is Flacco popping up on the Back on Fig platform? But he would pop up and he would, you know, talk a little bit more about some of his claims and some of what he's actually planning to expose.
Man, I saw you post some stuff, bro. That's stirring shit up, man. So you're saying your story said you have information, right, about someone's murder, and someone's pending arrest.
Yes. Yeah,
man. You're not prepared to share any name.
This nigga Flacco, nigga ain't smiled, he's good at this shit, but I don't think he really got the information that he trolling, and that shit gives him the audience and the views and people watching him. I don't think he really got the information, or he's gonna expose the information to LAPD. But nigga, why even play like that?
Let anybody know what? Are you still gathering information, or you got everything signed and delivered?
I feel like everybody already knows, but reason why I'm gonna kind of save it, I'm dropping a video probably Friday where I'm gonna walk through it. Now, here's the thing, okay? I've been hinting towards this, I think, since December, right? I've been hinting towards, there's a RICO coming, all right? You know, is going to involve some people that we love, you feel me? Now, everybody was like, oh, it's talking about, you know, like a No Jumper employee. No, I'm not saying a No Jumper employee, right, is going to get arrested. I'm saying there's a RICO coming of somebody that we love who's associated with what we got going on, all right? Now, this death that I'm talking about is something that is probably one of the greatest unsolved mysteries, I feel like, in LA history. And the reason why I believe that this person's death has not resulted in any arrest yet is because LAPD don't like him, right? Like LAPD, when they were alive, found every reason to fuck with this person. When he was innocent, they came and tried to fuck with him, all right? So because, you know, like he kind of like defeated LAPD, right? He defeated LAPD. They don't fuck with him. So they're not really incentivized to solve his death. But what I was told was, you know, like the real reason why they haven't made and arrested is because, one, there's really no rush. You know, there's really no rush to do it. They kind of already have who they have in place already. And they're building something bigger, right? This was a conspiracy with dozens of people, all right? And there's a lot of names that need to come in. And, you know, they want one big fish. The one big fish they care about, I was told they don't really have enough on him.
Yeah, and that could be true. But let them do their job. This shit don't got nothing to do with you, nigga. Let the police do their job, nigga.
Right now to really bring him in, but that one big fish, man, hey, bro, if I'm you, man, don't do the Lil Durk path, man. How Lil Durk waited until his homies got booked to then try to catch a flight to like Dubai, but the feds said, nigga, come here, bro, all right? We ain't arrested you yet, but we're not letting you go to no Dubai. And they arrested Durk, and they got a like a criminal complaint to put Lil Durk in jail.
So look, he's hinting towards the fact that, you know, I believe he's hinting towards the fact that the rapper YG is the big fish that they want to try and, build into this conspiracy. There's been a lot of rumors about his friends being involved in this murder. We don't know if that's true yet. Now, interestingly enough, last year in August of 2025, Drakeo the Ruler's father would actually appear on No Jumper, and he would state his belief that there would be significant arrests in his son's murder case very soon.
Last interview, somebody hit me up and said that you were being like intentionally cryptic and almost suggesting that you feel like there will be arrests.
Oh yeah, because I'm a dad. I could feel it in my spirit. It's finna happen really soon.
Really?
Like it's gonna.
But you haven't had conversations with people about specific details that might suggest that?
I mean, by me being a very, very popular person who I am in the streets and stuff like that.
I'm sure people would love to tell you some shit.
They come up to me and they have these conversations. Like I say, I ain't come here to drop no names, but I'm just a triple OG spitting some game. But I would tell you though, I know,
Yeah, because really it just takes one person facing a super serious charge where them snitching on that situation might get them some leniency. And when you talk about this, it seems like it could be, dozens of people involved in conspiracy. So it's pretty easy to imagine somebody deciding to talk about it at some point.
A lot of them up there knew what was going down. Everybody ain't just in the dressing room. Everybody ain't just in the back.
Definitely.
So look, I'll show you some of the theories going around on Reddit. All right. I didn't come up with this. I didn't do the research. I'm just going to show you what's said on Reddit, and this is what people believe Flacco is talking about in his video. Okay, this is what it is. All right, this has been going around on Reddit, and it has attracted, 13 comments. It's got some upvotes. People are saying that these are the people who should be worried. Okay, they're saying this is a guy called Gloves from BPS, who in this Redditor, OK Coach 3303 is suggesting Flacco was alluding to this is the person who might be rapping YG in a RICO case, and basically saying that YG had. This is just what somebody on Reddit is saying. Right, this isn't substantiated, but the Redditors and the rumors are saying that this is the person that was basically handing out blades to several gang members backstage at that show. People are saying YG had him do it. I don't see any proof of that, but they're basically saying that this is Gloves and this is YG's kind of head of security, who be protecting him, right?
Crazy.
Clearly doing a very good job of protecting him, right? But people are saying the information's not right. They're saying Gloves ain't from BPS. They're saying Gloves from Bloodstone Villains. They're saying that this is a police type post, okay? People saying it looks like everybody.
Y'all niggas just make up shit. Y'all gotta stop. Just stop. Just stop making up shit. Nigga, YG ain't got shit to do with that shit, bro. People react how they react on their own, and then they try to group niggas together, whatever, bro. Stop putting niggas in that shit. Happily putting niggas in that shit, bro.
Knows what happens now. Everyone is saying what Flacco is saying is what people in the streets have been saying. It's not looking good. They're saying you're worse than Flacco, trying to snitch but spreading bad information. Gloves isn't even from Blackstones. He's from Villains. They're saying my boy Gloves be doing his own things. They hope that they don't put him in this. They're saying he's from Bloodstone Villains, not BPS. So clearly the information isn't right. All right. So we can't necessarily trust everything that's said on Reddit. All right. But there's basically a lot of different people who have been mentioned. This is obviously a very iconic interview on Street TV with Munchie B and Red Bull, the person who passed away, who was allegedly killed by members of Draco's Stink team. They're saying, since Flacco want to play around, we're going full 6ix9ine today. On the far right is who Munchie B be passing the bottle to. There you go. They're saying that's who he's talking about when they say they passing the bottle. People saying Munchie messed up. They let rage bait him into this, but I don't know if I believe that.
That nigga got mad homies, nigga.
They're saying Red Bull on the left. Yeah, that is Red Bull on the left. People saying they don't want Munchie to go to jail. All right. People saying I thought the killer was from Villains. That was the other attacker, CK Chief, who allegedly got a knife from YG's bodyguard, Draco's homie, Ed. All of this out on Instagram. It's archived somewhere. Saying you got it backwards.
Nigga,
CK Chief is from BPS. Gloves is from BSV. Send that boy outside with an extra set of eyes. That's crazy. So basically, there's just 10. A whole bunch of this going on. All right. So there's now kind of escalations. Adam is basically saying that literally in probably by the time I post this video, they're about to go live on No Jumper and basically air all of this out. This is what Adam said.
Yo, so Munchie B versus Flacco is the most disrespectful beef that I've ever seen in the No Jumper group chat. Saying stuff about each other's parents, saying things about different nut-based spreads that you can put on sandwiches and shit like that. It's the most offensive shit in the history of the group chat. I really hope that this doesn't go to another level. All I know is that tonight at 4 p.m. on the No Jumper Show, we are politicking all this shit, and it's gonna be ugly. So, free Egg God, free Salvi June, but Flacco versus Munchie B is just, it's out of control right now. Personally, I'm scared. I'm deeply worried. You guys better be there at 4 p.m. Members, pull up. We're gonna have to mediate this one.
It's very interesting, right? It's very, very interesting. So there's a lot of interesting things going around related to this. People have been talking about Draco's brother, Ralphie. They're saying Ralphie really been playing the long game. He got a lawsuit going on right now that could make him multiple millions. Cops will be doing a huge sweep soon. Once Ralphie wins the lawsuit, it will be game over for a lot of people on that specific side. People saying at what cost? Saying it's already happened. You can't bring Draco back, but the family might as well get their millions, okay? You know, they're saying Ralphie's not a gangbanger like that. You know, he shouldn't really be expected to go and, you know, get revenge in the streets and that kind of nonsense, you know, and that's really not what we need to see at this point. But basically, you know, there's just been a whole lot of talk about who's going to expose this, where's this going to lead, how out of control is this going to get.
They suing them, the people that threw the festival. So ain't nothing wrong with that.
Now, the last thing that I want to touch on is even the game's personal trainer would actually go on record and discuss witnessing the incident that happened with Draco. And there were a lot of witnesses in the vicinity. There were a lot of people around. There could be dozens of people involved in the murder. We don't know who did what. We don't know who gave out the knives. We don't really know who was there. But basically, this is a clip. It says the game's personal trainer speaks on witnessing Draco getting stabbed. Draco thought he was a mob boss, but unfortunately, that wasn't how it went down. They're saying he tried to go against real members and found out the hard way.
When I was there when Draco got killed.
Damn. Oh, you were there?
Yeah, that was scary. I have video footage of fucking the shit popping off, and then you could see me kind of go like I ran around the corner, and then I was right up in there. He was right here, and I was right here just watching him fucking pack his ass down, man. Sad, rest in peace, you know.
You were there.
Oh yeah, I was there
watching it.
Yeah, because Game just got off a stage.
And so what transpired in that? Like, what transpired? Did you? I mean, obviously you were seeing it formulate.
I don't really know. What all I heard was, oh shit.
You heard him getting stabbed.
Oh yeah,
Draco getting stabbed.
Yeah, like you could hear just
solid thumps.
Like, yeah, fuck yeah. There was like there was a lot of dudes on him. There was a lot of fucking security.
Where was Draco's people at?
I don't know. I think they were walking with him. I just remember fucking seeing he was already fucking on the ground.
Yeah, and I don't want to say, like, I'm not going to ask you who it was or anything like that, because that information is probably out there, or if it is or whatever, bro. That's not what Hoodstocks does, but obviously it was a rival group of people that was there with another artist. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, fuck, dog. That's why a dog.
He said we don't do that, but was it another artist?
You know what? Rap shows, bro, are dangerous, dog.
100%. I didn't realize that, you know, until you go to like an LA one over here.
So yeah, there was a lot of people there when this happened. Okay, and you know, probably can't show you the whole thing, but obviously there was footage of the event as it went down. I can't show you the whole thing, but what is the case is that there were a lot of people there. Okay? It was a very large group of people. It was a very, you know, well filmed. A lot of people wearing red. And there was clearly a lot going on at that time. Now, there's more rumors going around. People are saying Draco's killer is Baby Dot, aka Munchie's homie, the dude he be passing the bottle to. Okay. People are saying, I don't think Munchie's going to jail. He didn't have anything to do with this. People are saying YG, Gloves, CK Chief, they all set it up and made it happen. We're actually in the fight swinging on Draco. They're saying Almighty Suspects from Villains or BPS before he left the streets. Everyone should remember when you're watching and seeing Suspect with all this information, that's another clue he's connected to people there. I don't know if that's completely true, but they're saying I think the guy is dead. If it's the dude in the video, I believe he passed away. I know Red Bull did for sure. It's the other guy in the video. So yeah, the people saying everybody's slow. The guy that did it from BPS is already in jail for another stabbing the exact same way at an after hours in downtown LA. So, you know, the guy might not be who they think. right? A lot of people have been saying, have you noticed Munchie's whole demeanor changed when they brought up the Draco case? Draco put 50 grand on Munchie's head. He famously raps. He put 50K on Munchie's head.
Could have a million
and they're saying
homies.
Draco put the money on Munchie's head, and then he ended up getting hit after. And Munchie B is probably stressed out about this. People saying it would explain why they let him out on the gun case from last year. I don't know if that's true, but there's a lot of different things going around, and even clips from that old interview with Munchie and Red Bull is kind of resurfacing too.
So let's just start off with introductions. Going from my man here, Don. What is it again?
Baby Dot.
Baby Dot. And then we'll have Munchie, and then we'll have
Red Bull.
Red Bull. Baby Dot, Munchie, Red Bull. So let's start off with the intros. Go for it.
What's the deal, man? Baby Dot from ILG, 92nd Street.
Munchie B, Inglewood Family Gangsters. Red Bull, non-deuce Inglewood Family.
So, yeah, I think it could be a little bit far-fetched to just assume that,
whoop-de-doo.
The guy standing next to Munchie and Red Bull just has to be the person that's responsible for this, It's not really proven, it's not really true, but these are the rumors that are going around, okay? And this is basically, look, this is the rumors that's going around. This is what Flacco's pushing. This is what everybody's talking about. It's going crazy on Reddit. People saying, I've been waiting for these dudes to get caught for the longest time. Long live the truth. A lot of Draco fans are happy about what's going on. They're saying dudes are too far.
What the fuck? You've been Bro, this shit is... Let these...
To say...
That shit go both ways. A nigga, you talking that shit, you gotta stand on that shit, man. Long live the nigga. I fucked with the nigga, but you gotta stand on the shit that you talking about, for real, for real. That's the type of energy you putting out there. I'm not gonna hope a nigga goes to jail because of it. Like, the fuck?
Keep it in the streets. What happened to all the Draco fans? His fans are not all street dudes. They're saying, lock these goons up. I could never see myself defending a clear case of murder that everyone knows happened. Regardless if he brought it on himself or not, the criminal should be in jail. And if you're reading this, look at yourself in the mirror. You're not a street dude, sir. And people saying they're still a huge Munchie B fan. But a lot of people don't agree. They're saying Draco did all that dissing and, taunting. What do you think was going to happen when he started hanging with the Crips, then dissed the whole city? His boys should have been ready for whatever they found out. Them Inglewood dudes was at the festival. You got to wrap it up. It's just sad, man. So, look, I feel like Flacco really has the LA rap street culture in a chokehold right now. I do feel like his big reveal, his social media post has sparked a whole lot of speculation. Now, I do wonder whether Flacco actually had intended for, the Reddit to just go completely crazy after he made this post. I do wonder if he was expecting people like Munchie, even people like me, to make content about this and kind of put it out there. I really don't know what happened. I have always been confused by this mystery about what happened to Draco. Obviously, I'd heard the rumors that, a lot of guys wearing red were seen when the fight went down where Draco lost his life. He'd had a long running feud with YG, and obviously, Red Bull was a blood member that had lost his life in a beef with the Stink Team. But I hadn't actually heard these names specifically until recently. I hadn't been doing research into this, and I do feel like what Flacco has posted has really kind of reignited interest in this story. So I do wonder whether that will spark the police to maybe do their job, or perhaps that was already in motion. And this is just kind of bringing more public attention around the situation. I do hope that Munchie B isn't affected in any way by this situation legally. I know that he had a big feud with Draco and they went back and forth on songs, but as far as I'm aware, I don't think that there is actually a good reason for him to be involved in this. I hope YG's not involved. Even some of the people that have been mentioned on Reddit, it's highly possible that these are just theories that are going around and aren't actually true. And, I've heard little rumors of different names. I've heard rumors of other names people I've never even heard of being brought up. But I do think it's unfortunate. I was always a big fan of Drakeo the Ruler. I'm a fan of Munchie B as a podcast. I'm a really big fan of Flacco's channel. So I hope that nothing negative spirals out of control from this situation. And I am really just praying for the best for everybody involved.
I don't think anything negative is going to spiral out of this fucking shit. Flacco's all the way where he's at. Munchie B's where he's at. Munchie B ain't say nobody's name. The nigga Flacco claim he got information. Everybody's a fucking investigator. Let the police do their fucking job. Long live Draco, but let the police do their fucking job. Niggas put that energy out there. They live how they live. Shit happens. Let the police do their fucking job. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. It's Mr. 30. I'm out.